こんにちは皆さん。私の名前はイェガーです。私の将軍に超速カービィにキャンペーンを6少年を歓迎します。I hope I said that correctly. The Google Translate doesn't exactly make it every word easily pronounceable. But yes, welcome to Shogun 2 Total War. And welcome to the 6th anniversary of my Chosokabe campaign. Now, why is this such a significant thing? Well, 6 years ago, when I was first breaking out into YouTube, I wanted to play something I didn't want to just play World of Tanks. I thought, well, no, I want to have that sort of slight variety of my channel. So, at that point, I had recently been just able to play Shogun 2 without the game crashing on me every 5 seconds. I didn't really know how to use computers back then. Still don't quite know myself now, but it's slightly better. So anyway, we are playing the Chosokabe once again, 6 years ahead, with a slight difference. As you can see, all of the regions in Japan have been either halved or quartered in some parts. And our objective for this campaign is not just domination by holding 135, it's everything. It is the entirety of Japan. We're going to progress like I did in the previous campaign, where I grabbed all of the islands on Shikoku. Yes, I believe that's the island of Shikoku. And we're basically going to push on to the western sector, proceed further up along the chain, through all the hellhole, and then proceed further up towards nicking the last few sectors on the top. This campaign is the big whopper. The other two campaigns I'm currently running at the moment are more intermediate, so obviously this one takes priority. And I am not only just running this campaign with a bigger map mod, I've also got the Darth mod, the Steam Workshop version, I admit, but it's got a decent baseline, so fingers crossed it'll be all dandy. And also I've got the sound thing, which should stop cannons sounding like, bows sounding like cannon. And finally, we have a threshold mod, which allows actual ships to sink. Because I didn't realize this was a problem, or an actual thing, until I watched the Barbarian Masters series by Officially Devon, who actually pointed it out. And I was like, oh, okay, let's fix this problem. So yes, this is the big whopper that I was talking about. And I might make a thing that every time we start an episode, I might just introduce myself like that. Because I like Japan. I love Japan. Truth be told, I love the country of Japan. The artwork, the sound, the music. Oh, my dream to go to Japan is real. It is very real. Oh well, blind, dumb dreams. Let's watch the intro.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now, the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become Shogun. But who will be victorious? Chosokabe lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. This is our land. We respect its ways. Our farmers work hard and grow more than other men. But we are master warriors too. Our archers are admired by all. No arrow flies truer than the Chosokabe shaft. Bishamonte, the war god has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Chosokabe clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls! are the Chosokabe. Until recently, our home province of Tosa was controlled by the Ichijo clan. We are their vassals. The waning popularity of the Ichijo throughout the province, and our own growing influence gave us the means to seize control for ourselves. Now, all that remains is to crush what remains of Ichijo resistance. Once this is done, nothing will prevent the conquest of Shikoku. Our rivals, the Kono, have their eyes on the same prize. They will also vie for control of the island, so the capture of their province, Iyo, must also be a priority. Whilst holding no particular strategic value, control of Iyo will allow us to extend our domain and bring us closer to the mainland of Honshu and its riches. We have as yet no quarrel with the Sogo or Miyoshi clans, but their subjugation or destruction will give us total control of Shikoku, and access to resources vital for expansion beyond the shores of Shikoku. The fine horses of Awa will enable us to field superior cavalry, whilst the stone found in Sanuki will make our castles impregnable. Both are excellent trade resources should we choose to negotiate with other clans. However, with power and influence will surely come the ire of Kyoto. And should the Shogun feel threatened, he will rally his subjects against us. In that event, we must be prepared to fend off all who would attack us, no matter from where that threat emerges. If the Shogun wishes to halt our expansion, let him come here and reckon with us himself.
I've always missed that kind of introduction to a campaign. Like, yes, shush, love. I appreciate your offer, but no. No, but I miss those days where, like, the old campaigns had a proper, more personal introduction. Nowadays, some of the Total War campaigns kind of just feel like, yeah, you're these people. They have a reason to do something, but, you know, it's pretty much an in-game. It's like when you start a game of Hearts of Iron. It's like you kind of have to make your own lore up. So anyway, this is West Tosa, and as you can see by the map, we have a buttload of stuff to do now. So this campaign is going to take a very, very long time. As you can see, there's even provinces up at the top there that no one knows or owns. So as said before, we are basically going to aim to conquer the island of Shikoku. I was right. I honestly thought Shikoku was that one there, but never mind. So anyway, we have the different provinces, so we're going to aim to try and grab Shikoku. So what's the bottom line of that? Kyushu, okay, so Shikoku, Kyushu, and I'm going to assume Honshu. I'm going to assume Honshu is that. So, grabbing Shikoku first, basically grabbing everywhere up to Awaji. Though, truth be told, Awaji... Nah, I'd say grabbing Awaji is probably a good idea, because that provides us a land link, as well as a guaranteed holding line between us and the important parts of Shikoku. So we're basically going to turn this into an island fortress, and then once we've taken over Shikoku, then we're going to be making our way towards Kyushu, nabbing the islands along the line as well, securing our western flank, which not only will provide us with the ability to guarantee trade with the other factions and all the other nations, as you can see, the Indonesians, Amnese warlords, Chinese Empire, Korean Kingdom, and even the Jurchen tribes. So all of these trade routes will be open, giving us a crap load of money. We'll also be able to gain a solid front line to then begin our conquest of the rest of the lands, and of course our forces being able to completely destroy everything inside that. So as you can see, there's a lot of work ahead of us. So let us get started by upgrading the farms, because farms are important. I might just increase the sound ever so slightly, so it's not so, yeah, not quite so quiet for me as it is potentially for you. I don't know if it is quiet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What we're also going to do is we're going to move the Daimyo, who is this guy, to be in this army and also its leader. Although technically speaking, Kira Miyaso is the guy for the, well, is the right commissioned role, we need this army to prepare. It's just a it's a necessity at this point. On this one also, we're going to recruit some Yari and Yumi, or bows and spears. Ashigaru. I would like to get some samurai archers, but the time being, we're not going to quite get that. And also, we have to have an economy to think about. So, oh, also, first thing we're going to do is not the Bushido, though it is important to get the Bushido. It is important to get the Bushido, but because this particular faction has a very good strong point for farming, we probably need to get the Way of the Chi, grab the Todo Fuken, and because that's also handy, and then finally the equal fields before we can jump over to Bushido, which is a bit of a shame. But if we can have the early farm advantage, it means we can hire bigger armies. Right. And also, interestingly enough, although the army units here are on 200, 160, and 160, when you recruit troops, they're going to be 375, 270, 180. So I think when you start the armies, the initials... Oh, dude, look at that guy. He looks badass. He looks so badass. I kind of wish I was playing him now. It's fine, we're good. So, yes, there are a bunch of minor clans, which actually, ironically, provides us as a buffer. Ooh, they're Christian. And they're allied. Ooh, good to know. Right, well, anyway, first of all, let's get on with the actual mission in hand and have our little old battle on the river, because I've done this a few times now whilst testing. 9 times out of 10 they go for that. So probably this is going to be the one time that they go, actually, let's raid the place before we do anything. But no, this campaign is definitely going to be a little bit more simplified. There won't be any internal politics I have to worry about, which is nice. And instead we're just going to have to focus on a nice, fairly, I mean, I say simple. Nothing in Total War is simple. But instead of having to worry about whether or not your family is going to betray you and have a civil war, like certain other series, we can now actually focus on more just worrying about our generals being douchebags, which is fine, because I can replace them, at least somewhat. Again, depending on how loyal they are. That is a lot of factions. But it's it. Wow, there's a Nazi one already. GG. But don't worry, there are going to be many... Yep, there we go. There are going to be many factions dying in this series, probably before I even get the chance to see them. So, we kind of are outnumbered. We are kind of outnumbered. It doesn't help that we have only 200 on Yari, 160 on the Chosokabe bow, and they've already got, like, the upgrade. So, this is a problem. We are receiving reinforcements, but they don't actually help. They literally come into the battlefield and wait. I kid you not, that is how much they do. But that's okay, because, again, I fought this battle now about 5 to 10 times. So, my plan for doing this is kind of dangerous, but it does work, even if we do suffer heavy casualties. Once we get this initial battle out of the way, though, we can kind of relax a bit. It's just, unfortunately, the Chosokabe have this little problem when it comes to... Oh, this problem when it does come to, defending. Oh, that is a lot of fog. And a lot of rain. That's great. I suppose it is kind of okay. Not really. Right, so we have one of our lords by the river, just in case something goes wrong, but primarily we're going to push towards that left side, whereupon we'll make our way towards that little fording. You guys will chill over there. So I'm down because I... Get over there as fast as you can. Same goes for you. Archers set up on the hill to the right. One guy move along. I think about here-ish. Maybe about here-ish. Okay, so we have to be careful. The issue is we need to probably allow enough of room so that they can form the spear wall, which is here, the Yari wall. And, right. So for some reason, I don't know why, but the enemy never goes to the bridge, which admittedly is a bit more of a risky endeavour, but we don't have the troops to really hold both sides. But they always go for this fording. I don't know why. Forwarding? Bad forwarding. So, yeah, it's a bit weird, but hey-ho. Bit of a shame that it starts out on a rainy day, but I think we, oh, that's actually pretty sick. Technically speaking, it's the archers that we have, but that's pretty cool regardless. Oops. Annoyingly, my guys are going to get really tired before they get a chance to act on that. Unless I can get my guys... They're already winded. Try and get them to march. Samurai take a bit of a chance. This is a bit of a risk. Oh, actually, yeah, no. Rush to it, rush to it. You're the one who's rushing that way. Yep. Every other dude march so that they can get some stamina back. Daimyo... Ah, Christ. Yari cavalry. Oh, that was a bad idea.
Council's orders and make selected units or ships.
Are they going for my archers? They are going for my archers.
This is a quicker alternative to giving them a different order.
Oh, they go for the cavalry. Good. Right, you guys move and set yourselves up regardless.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
Right, their archers are going to set up, admittedly, so I need to start gaining archer supremacy. But this is good, because it means now that their general is going to be cut off from their retreat, which means they won't be able to get away. Yeah, try it. I fucking dare you. Go, go, go! Don't let them get away, you stupid Mongols. Where is the other cavalry? There's the other cavalry. If we can kill their leader, then this will be very good. Though, annoyingly, these guys are going to get hammered before we even get hit by those divisions. Ah, fuck. Right, give them the river. Give them the river. Force them across. Ah, they're sending their samurai in as well. Right, get the general in. They're getting their asses handed to, so the important thing is having our general in place to try and... Right, their archers are going to do stupid, hopefully. If we can kill their general, then their morale should drop just about high enough. Why are they doing this stupid thing now? Oh, their warlord is... Come on, get in the fight. Warlord, get into position. Pincer those guys in. Don't allow them to get through. Right, their warlord has broken. Good. But we need them to die and kill their warlord in the process. He has taken way too many casualties. 60 guys to take down one cavalry unit. Right, their warlord is broken, which is good, but the problem is... Oh, they've been obstructed, okay. You guys try and hold the line. You guys try and get some shots in. Hold position. Sounds really dark, but we're just going to have to try and hold the line with this small battalion of infantry, whilst the rest of them try and hold the line. And hopefully we can just keep throwing shot into the side. Yep, like so. Which will hopefully reduce their morale. Annoyingly, they've got... How many samurai? Yeah, this is going to be dangerous. Very tired. Not confident. Well, they're confident, but...
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Right, Daimyo's to the right. Right, now these guys are having to hold. Who is closer to rallying? You are 20 seconds from rallying, which is good. And already the troops are beginning to waver, so that's good. This is a bit of a tight battle. The issue is we get given a bit of a shit start because of the way that the mod works. But it's not the end of the world because we do have the ability in about 8 seconds to keep my guys rallied. And if one of those dudes begins to run away, and if we can do a good charge at the right moment, boop. Right, try and have a little side cheeky charge. This is a dangerous move, obviously, because our daimyo could get killed by this, but we can do like a quick charge to turn the tide a bit. We did kind of dislodge a formation, but I'm thinking... Ooh, did the stupid bastards send some of their Bow Ashigaru to attack? I can kill Bow Ashigaru very easily. Right, that's good. There we go. The army begins to rout, and all that's left is that samurai unit. Snap that army. And boom. And that is how you do it. Close, not gonna lie, but we did it. Everyone rally, no one quits, and the Lord Daimyo gets his fun. And that, my friends, is the first victory of hopefully many to come. And because the way that Shogun 2 works, we can actually... I'm going to try something. We are... Because of... Okay, so basically to explain, there is an algorithm inside the game which works to where if you have won the day and the army that you are attacking or defending from has... you know, if you've got units actively chasing after them after the battle, which, by the way, pretty brutal battle, there is a chance, well, that you basically guarantee to kill the troops on the field. So, I've done it a few times, and it has actually proven to be quite successful. Worst case scenario, a lot of them die, but not many of them, you know, and a few of them survive, but it's not quite as disastrous, if you will, as other stuff, so... Okay, so they are still somewhat alive, regretfully, but we have won the day. We did lose a unit, and now they're just going to run away. But the good news is, we killed a shit ton of their troops, but now our armies are supplemented with more troops, which means this next battle is a guaranteed win, with our guys only suffering minor casualties. Worst case, we might lose the couple of the crap units. Yeah, so the crap unit's going to go away, but the good unit is going to stay. Here you go. And better still, our generals have rallied, I hope. Is it just one? No, it's just one. Right, one general needs to head back to West Tosa, because we need it. Stronghold does consume more food, so let's not rush around to that. Coastal village, harbour, lumber camp, lumber yards. I'm thinking maybe some lumber yards to start off with, if you want to make your way back towards the point. So, victory, and our general has ranked, which is fantastic, and he gets a retainer. I love this thing. Oh, extra happiness or Daimyo's honor? I think the happiness. Minus chances, and he's that. That's epic. So, extra movement points. We can increase that. What's this one? Oh, 30 increase as well. Extra melee defense, and that I think is probably the optimal thing as well. And the infantry, we'll just have to hire another Ashigaru unit, which is fine. So we got a couple of archer units and a couple of spear units, and we'll recruit another spear unit on the side. How are we doing diplomatically? We have that clan going. and a bunch of other clans that are going to be friendly. But here's the thing. Where is it? I don't have that option yet. Maybe it's something down the line. Maybe. No, but you see, there's a faction here that's Christian, right? Yeah, you know what line I'm going down. You see, for quite some time, if my viewers may know already, I've kind of wanted gunpowder to be a thing. And I've got the name for the thing. Chosokabe returns! I think you will all agree that that is a somewhat decent title. I do a lot of returning to these things. I'm doing quite a few returns, actually. May even do Return of the Deal. That's a far off topic. But maybe. We'll see how things go. But primarily I want to get this. I want to have a campaign where I have the ability to use Daka gloriously as well. But here's the interesting thing. There is a reason why I kind of want to do it. Want to get onto oh God's sake, I've forgotten the island name already. Onto the west, Kyushu. Yes, Kyushu. Oh, fantastic. I like how... Okay, so this is the conquest of Shikoku, which allows me to have a thing for that, which is great. But I have... no, it's not Zen. Having a happiness thing is nice, but really we're doing this. Extra wealth generated ore. So if we can get that, then that will not only provide extra food, which was interesting, but also provides... let me guess, it's that one as well. God damn it. We also can get that. Once we get that sorted, we can start worrying about our militarial things. And as you can see, it is still spring because we have a 12 turns per year mode, which I love. I think 12 turns per year is actually probably the most balanced of things, because if you get caught in the open in another person's territory, which, let's face it, a lot of that is the case, you will die quite quickly. So I'm thinking next thing we should consider is making some more roads. But no, there's another reason why I wanted to go to... Yeah, it was Kyushu. Kyushu is because there is, in fact, that island there. Buzen, and probably South Buzen now. North Bungo, Buzen. Is it just Buzen? It's just Buzen. There is a ranger, like a ranged advantage sort of thing. And if I can get that and set up a Christian harbour located over there, then it will allow me to recruit Ashigaru with matchlocks who are extremely accurate. This is a very good thing, because a matchlock Ashigaru, even just imported matchlock Ashigaru, actually stand up to a samurai quite effectively, which is very nice. So for the time being, what we are going to do is have a look at the political situation. Who likes me? Who does not like me? The Kono, they're not a big fan of it. The Ichigo, who I have assumed we were friends with. Yeah, they are the Ichigo, so apparently we're allied. They're Christian. They probably already have matchlocks. Okay, so that's my western flank covered for now. So, who is to my north? Nagoka. Who are the Montoyoma. Okay, so they don't like me, but we're trading with them. Oh, I can trade with them. Already trading, can trade. Okay. So their clan is to my north. They don't exactly have a lot to offer. So I'm thinking maybe grab some of that. Recruit maybe a couple more spears. Defeat their armies out in the open. Because it looks like... I mean, it's a shame. I really fucking love their uniforms. I mean, look at how badass that is. I would so wear that in real life. I'd look like a twat, but I'd love it. Oh, I love that. It's awesome. Anyway, so... we're going to probably have a few turns in the early game where we're just going to have to wait on our orders. But the good news is, if we can try and do this, yeah, this should prove to be quite good. And we should be able to hopefully do some damage against that clan. I mean, they're building up their reserves, but if I can build up a big enough army, I can attack those two lords out in front, lay siege to their castle, and possibly nab Nagoka? I'm just going to go Nagoka. Grab Nagoka before the end of the day, so that way we can have our first victorious province, which then allows us to actually push on towards Io. Right, Great Clan destroyed. Already! Already! We're only turned bloody 3, and Tokugawa is gone. You know, the big clan. The big clan that is apparently supposed to take over Japan. They're already gone. Is that a sign that they suck? Possibly. Right, so we would lose out on the food frontier. That kind of makes sense. We need the equal fields. The harbour. Oh, God. That's the only problem. Trade routes. But then again... right, are we still recruiting? We're still recruiting, aren't we? No, we're not. We still have recruitment slots. You know what? I'm thinking a Chosokabe bow samurai is probably a good idea. Can I build 2? Oh my giddy aunt, we're building 2. I'm like, oh, suddenly I have a reason to buy these 2 factions. Yes, turn 3 and the Tokugawa are already gone. So, GG Tokugawa. The man known as Ieyasu will never be. And we will just sit here laughing at their expense. Oh, you. Right, anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to launch an assault to the north. Instead of being all honourable, we're not going to give them the chance to react to it, so it's literally just going to be minding my own business, la-di-da, la-di-dum, and then, like, surprise! With, like, shit tons of soldiers and bow samurai, which hopefully then should allow us to completely secure the region. And they're also building stuff for me, so, you know, my new region, I want to have stuff. And they are building up their armies. Is it better to declare war on them, let them attack us, and then have them lose the battle because my guys are actually pro? We'll see. I have shit tons of samurai. Okay, so they have those dudes, and they have more Yari samurai. They're all level 1 commanders, though. Master report. West Tosa have been constructed. I'm thinking we should probably in-sync a couple more. Right, maybe 2 more Yari Ashigaru, maybe. Maybe 1 out of... Should I be cheeky and have 3 bow samurai? How much is it for bow samurai? 125 on upkeep. That's not too bad. So 1 more bow samurai, and then we'll start recruiting some Ashigaru for the defense of West Tosa, should the attack go to shit. Because they are exceptionally close to their castle, so their garrison will show up as well, which is a bit of a problem. But it is good, because once we get that going, that'll reduce the upkeeps, which means the army that we have already will reduce in stature and size in terms of cost, and then, fingers crossed, we should all be all dandy. Or at least that's the plan. You know, dandy plan and whatnot. Now, the only downside to this mod, if you could call it a downside, is that it's probably a few minutes longer to go through the waiting time for all of the different factions, which, again, they have upgraded themselves a bit. I'm upgrading too. Like, I'm buffing myself up as well, but I'm probably, yeah. It's fine. If we can annihilate that initial army, that second army may not be as much of a problem. They do have their garrison, though. Why is my mouse pointer like that? There we go. Hey! More money! Huzzah. Another great clan has gone up the tits. GG. The Date. So the Date have now also died. Congratulations. Here, have a cookie. Now give yourself a slap, you stupid fucking twat. Right, so they have a crap load of more Yari Ashigaru. These guys have the initial Yari Ashigaru, which is a bit of a worry. But I do have 3 bow samurais, 1 Yari samurai, 4 Yari Ashigaru, and as well as some Chosokabe bow. So it's like I'll probably... And we are recruiting more dudes in this town. So I think it's possibly a good time to start attacking. It's a bit of a ballsy attack, I realise. But we cripple that army. That's it, they're done. And I think if I wait any more, they're just going to start getting overpowered. So, without further ado, charge! Yes, declare war. You know what? Yeah, let's have the Ichigo jump in as well. And he's run away to his castle. What a brave man. Well, that's kind of good, because that means then... Right, he's run away, which is hilarious. So now the logic is if we attack him... Oh, he buggers off to the castle as well. Isn't that just dandy? Yeah, sure. Let us have a siege. Okay, so then we could finally have a realization as to what he's got. So he's got a shit ton more Yari Ashigaru than I have, but that's okay. Do you know why? Because I can just recruit more Yari Ashigaru at my own pace. He is going to be at siege. That has actually gone better than I initially thought. For some reason, they decided to bugger off. Oh, don't forget, though. There we go. I love having these saves. It seems silly, but I think due to the way that these mods work and the way that stuff happens. I've known this game to be not as reliable. This game can crash, by the way. But yeah. So we're going to keep recruiting more Yari Ashigaru until my Chosokabe army is ready to go. And then we can basically launch an attack. Or just bombard the living crap out of them. Because, you know, their castle is only a level 1 fort. And I have... Actually, we might do that. I might recruit 1 Yari and 1 Yumi. And then spend a couple more on just getting more Yari Ashigaru. So, we are outnumbered at the moment. But if I... Well, they're probably going to just turn around and attack me, aren't they? It's going to be like, wait a minute, there's more of us than there are you. Attack! And like, I'm like, well, shit. Bye-bye. But that does at least stop you from having some fun, doesn't it? Yeah, thought as much. Just like, wait a minute, there's more of us than there are you. Yeah, they are a little bit more outnumbering of us, aren't there? We have the Chosokabe Bow Samurai, but they also have a shit ton more Yari Ashigaru. I mean, they do have low morale, and they don't exactly have... I still have the 160 bows as well. I'd say that's not worth it. But then again, here we go. So, you retreat, I retreat, we all retreat together. I'll just come back the next turn with more troops and hopeful dreams. So, nice war we've been having, eh? Very profitable, I found. And the lumber yards have been constructed, which means we get access to more troops. Fantastic. So now we have an even bigger army. And slowly but surely this unit is going to become upgraded. Though the problem is this Yari Samurai is going to be a problem. Because, of course... Alright, can I recruit any more troops? I kind of can. I think I'll recruit another Yari. Sorry, Yumi. So I have 4 units of Yari, which will be supplemented by 2 more units. So I'll have... So I have 5 units, so that'll be 7. 3 units of Yari. Yumi. God damn it. 3 Chosokabe Bow, along with a Yari Samurai. So their army's getting a bit bigger, but so's mine. And mine's going a little faster. And I'm in my castle, and you're in your castle, so I dare you to come out to attack me. Oh, clan wars. Isn't it exciting? We're just staring each other down. But the problem is, we do need to get this conquering and the fighting on. Because obviously, the longer we wait, the closer to winter we'll get, until eventually we actually... Oh! I didn't mean literally... Okay. In addition to being numerous, they're stupid. I'm like, I dare you. And they're like, well, okay. So we're now defending from the... Now we're defending. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be an easy fight. They do have a crap load of spearmen. Admittedly, a few of them are the 200 stacks, which is a bit of a problem. But I do have 3 samurai, crap load of spearmen myself, crap load of archers myself, along with a garrison, which also have a small samurai retainer. They do have the missile disadvantage, which is great. And they are attacking a faction. Oh, by the way, did I mention I had a mod which improves the castles? Yeah, I downloaded another mod. I should have mentioned this at the start. I downloaded a mod. In fact, you know, I might just have a collection for all the mods that I've got working on my campaign down in the description below. And this is a great test to see if they work or not. But no, this is basically where they improve the maps for the castles. Because obviously, you do get the generic castles, and it does get a bit boring. So these kind of castles are a little more exciting and a little bit more interesting. Which already I can see this castle is going to be way more interesting.
戦を迎える今、お主らの大名であってよかったと改めて思う。いざ、上りを高く掲げ、我らの進軍を敵に知らせるのじゃ。体を張って敵を撃て。ここが我が軍の生命線。ここを破られたら勝利への希望は絶たれる。今日の敵は武士の誇りのかけらもない奴らだ。野心生まれで蔑まれながら死ぬ。奴らの腐った屍は恥という名の棺桶で葬られる。ここは実にすごい。
That rendering.
大屋島広しといえど、これにかなう城はないじゃろう。我が軍の力が加わらば、その凄さが増すというものじゃ。皆に名門の証見せて信ぜよう。この栄えある勝利は我らのさらなる勲章となる。
So, this is our fortress, this is our castle, and truth be told, this is actually a pretty damn good castle. It's a little bit strange, it's a bit like Edoras, isn't it? It looks almost, to be honest with you, you could argue it is exactly like Edoras. There is unfortunately a sneaky path which the enemies can kind of use to, which will go through here, so I'm probably going to have to post some. I'll post the 160 archers here, because in that way they actually have something to go on. Also, I'll post some of the understrength Yari samurai units here, just to keep an eye on. But what I want to do, truth be told, is... Right, well, we're going to have a staggered defense line, so I think you guys are going to probably be here, defending that. I might just turn up the music of this thing, because it is, for me, it's just quiet. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, there's a crap load of archers on this redoubt as well, which I will just post here, along with them as well, because might as well just post them along like so. They just have a crap load of range. Actually, that said, could we? We could! Oh, fantastic! Right, okay. Even better. Right, we'll have these Yari as well form up the defense, so hopefully you guys can see what roughly we're doing. I'd be impressed if they could climb that. Not gonna lie. What we'll probably have is... oh, dude, seriously. Jesus Christ, that is overpowered. One of our leaders will take cover inside this defensive line here. The other leader will take a more prominent position up here, saying, "Sup guys, you will do what you can for the honor of the clan." And I'll have you guys on backup reserve as well. So that way, this very much awesome castle... This is a level 1 fort, by the way. This isn't... this isn't a high-class quality castle. As you can see, we have pickled... yeah, of course. We have defenses, but they're not that impressive. But just look at how awesome this is. I mean, we can shift position over here and instead have these guys on this redoubt, because I have a feeling they're just going to run up this wall here, which will probably happen a bit, which is going to suck, but hey-ho. Problem is, if they all start coming up here, then we're going to have this section is going to be considered useless. I'm going to move one of the Yari samurai, fuck's sake, the Chosokabe, Yumi samurai, over there. I will get these words eventually, trust me. That should be fine. That should be fine. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it should be fine. Alright. Dong dong. Yeah, they're literally all going to go fucking up there, aren't they? They have one detachment of, or a couple of detachments. Right, sure. Oh god, this is going to kill them. But yeah, you're going to have to run up the hill. Actually, no, you can walk up the hill, but prepare to take a lot of fire. We don't have access to fire arrows. They do have a significant defense force over there, though. Is that going to be enough? I think for what they're going to assault with, that's probably going to be fine. Right, so we will need to send some detachments up here, but that's fine. So their main assault force is going to consist of these guys. The game's getting quiet for me. I'm just going to put it almost up to half. Here we go. Jesus Christ. Don't forget, these guys can just withdraw. That's the scary thing. Like, these guys are going to climb up the hill and all these walls, and I'm going to have a staggered withdrawal. So they're just going to take even more crap as they come up the line. Right, as soon as they hit the walls, begin to withdraw. Achas! Right, you guys, withdraw. Actually, truth be told, I have a better idea. Run up the hill. Right, withdraw to the top. Probably going to get caught. Run up the hill, run up the hill. Come on, come on, come on. It's a bit of a rush. You running or what? Oh god, you're tired or slow. Or either way, you're taking your time. So the enemy are going to try and gather up and be like, oh crap. Oh, that's why. Some of you guys didn't even make it out. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Okay, that's a problem with the map design, not gonna lie. But there you go. Right, you guys move over to there. And now you guys basically get a fuck... Dude, check this out. Like, that is actually freaking sick. I love this. Like, the thing I like about this game is that it's still being updated after all this time. Yari wall. Yari wall. Right, this is a bit dangerous, but here we go. And now they have an overhill advantage, which means now they're going to do that. Oh my god, the amount of bodies that will freaking come up from this is terrifying. Oh, this is beautiful. And look, they're diverting troops to the other side, which means this attack is going to actually falter. Oh, they're going to try and climb up that thing, so leaving this entire wall to shoot at them. It's actually not a bad shout, truth be told. However foolish, though, because they're going to lose a crap load of troops. Why? Yeah, they are actually going to do it, so now I move my guys back over to here. You guys, actually, to be honest with you, you guys regroup back up there. Focus up here. And the thing is, they've got that massive wall, which means they're going to lose people just naturally because of casualties. They've already run away from that. Bit of a AI issue there. We'll quickly regroup on that. Right, this is where it gets a bit dangerous, obviously, but I think if we can try and... use some fire arrow. I mean, they're all Chosokabe bow samurai, so... Oh, they're getting slaughtered.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
I mean, they're going to get into combat, but I think by the time they actually finally all get up there... we are going to hit some of my Yari. That's the Yari. The bow samurai or whatever, but... yeah, screw it. Bow. Withdraw a bit. Oh, you sneaky fuckers. Very well played. Very well played. You know what? I congratulate you. That is actually pretty awesome. Problem, I have bow samurai. Oh shit, they actually got one of my generals. Good. How you guys doing? Right, run down the hill, run down the hill. That's their entire defense force, though, gone. Concentrate fire on those dudes. Looks like the last of the last attempt to try and break out is right. Nicely done. Very intelligent. Legit. I am very impressed at that. Have a lot of friendly fire, I imagine, but that's okay. Right. Regroup up the front line.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
Right, if we can break these guys, who I think they are almost broken completely, if we can get them on the rear line. Right, samurai retainers, proceed to engage on the left flank. Now, I'm not saying you should rely on bow samurai for melee, but if they try to do a sneaky maneuver like this, oh my god, just look at this beautiful defense, and look at the amount of bodies. Oh my days, that is a glorious, glorious kill streak. I mean, let's just have a look at the corpses littering this bloody area. Oh my god, that is so awesome. That is, I mean, look at the bodies just trailing up to here, where you could clearly see where they tried to go to the wall, failed miserably. And a lot of these guys aren't going to make it out either. Like, all of the army that we're now encountering, all of the army that we are now encountering over here are undoubtedly going to get themselves ripped apart by all of the archers as they try and leave the settlement. I mean, they've got these archers here, so I'm going to kind of swing around a bit and try and get some shots in on those archers over there. But they're all suffering badly as well. Now look, they're broken. They're very tired. You know, unsurprisingly very tired. Booyah! Oh, they're running away? They're running away. Cowards! Right, archers are going to try and form up around there. Their commanding officers are trying to sort of figure out a way. Oh my god, look at the casualties. Like, that is probably nearly... excuse me. That is nearly all of their archer corps. For some reason, these guys are trying to shoot over there. Oh, that's because there was this one bloke. I feel sorry for that man. Now their archers are trying to come back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, no. One sec. God damn, my throat. I love that moment your throat decides, hey, let's stop being useful. Oh, this is going to be delicious. I mean, I've taken a lot of damage to my guys as well. Like, a few of my spearmen have taken some significant damage, but they held. Though, I'm not going to lie. Very clever of the AI to do that. Like, I left that open, not expecting them to do that, and without doubt they actually go on and do it. And now our archer corps are just going to annihilate them. Whoever's left, I suppose we could try and set up a firing line here. Now just think about this. Imagine if this had gunpowder units inside. Oh, I could just imagine the wave upon wave of matchlock. It actually is a pretty Chosokabe-like settlement. You know, like, yeah, what would be a better way to defend a settlement than having a position not only on the top of a very proud and, let's face it, if at night, you know, rises in the east, sets in the west, you've got a pretty good view of the local environment. Not only that, though, you have a very good defensive redoubt. you know? Like, it has its flaws, of course, as you can see. Like, you can have an arduous journey going up this one side, or you can just skip it and go up here. But either way, this is a glorious settlement in which to hold. It looks like the enemy generals have finally decided to say hello, but I fear it may be too late. Yep, thought as much. That is a glorious battle, and not bad for an opening. That is definitely a good way to start a series. Two very good battles. One was a little bit more tense than the last, but that said, for a beginning to a new series, I think is absolutely fantastic. So the enemy, so the enemy army. We lost only 500 dudes, which is fine. Ironically, we lost more to friendly fire than... Well, we didn't lose more to friendly fire, but we did suffer a lot to friendly fire, which is not entirely surprising. But we completely ruffle-stomped them with the amount of archers we had, and their army is defeated. And it's my turn, which means I get the replenishment. And I get new units as well. So it's not only the fact that they just buggered their best chances, but they also made it virtually impossible for them to... Oh, that's just... Oh. There's... Oh. I thank them for their stupidity, but... Oh. Oh, damn. And another great clan has died. Oh, no! The Shimazu! Lord clans are in the southern region. That's... Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. I would feel I would feel more sympathy if it wasn't for the fact that I'm on a high right now. So, this battle is pretty much all but won, but I'm not a big fan of auto-resolves because I never feel that they can ever fully... like, I like fighting. I like seeing battles. So I think... Oh god, it's the same place. Okay. Now that I've had to deal... Now that they've done it to me, I guess I've got to go do it to them. But it's fine. I know how to take care of this one. At least, in theory. Ooh, it does make assaulting castles more difficult, though. But hey, it means that I can't take any castle for granted, right? Castles are going to get better. Stuff is going to become harder. And more importantly... no, because it means I have to... No. There you go.
を迎える今、お主らの大名であってよかったと改めて思う。いざ、上りを高く掲げ、我らの進軍を敵に知らせるのじゃ。敵にとってはここが正念場。しくじれば歴史にも残らん。いつの日か歌人が悲しい歌にして読んでくれることじゃろう。今日の敵は武士の誇りのかけらもない奴らだ。野心生まれで蔑まれながら死ぬ。奴らの腐った屍は恥という名の棺桶で葬られる。命令はただ一つ。この城を落とすことじゃ。たやすいとは思わぬが必ずできるはずじゃ。
Amen to that.
皆に名門の証見せて信ぜよう。この栄えある勝利は我らのさらなる勲章となる。
And so we begin to... What? Oh yeah, that is the... Wait, what? Have they... No, it's sorry, the way that the terrain that yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. For a second I was completely thrown away by the terrain because I thought it looked like they had a slightly different design, but no, it is correct. Okay. So the big one of course has to be the arch core has to go first, then Yadayashigaru moving up to the left. And there we go. And shaboom! Oh, you sneaky bastards. Alright, that's fine. Who is the weaker Ashigaru unit? None of them are. Fantastic. Right, good. I can just knock the gate out, and I wouldn't even have to suffer any casualties getting up there. No. Oh, it looks like the enemy are committing to try and get some of their Ashigaru defenses set up. So what we'll do is we'll march my guys up. So unlike the enemy force, where they decided, hey, let's run the gauntlet and get shot to shit, which, to be honest with you, they're trying to do the same technique. They're like, oh, crap. Instead, we're basically going to neutralize their castle. Because this is the thing. This is why, to a degree, this makes it easier for them to defend their castles. But it also kind of makes it easier for me to defend my castles. But then again, there is also the sound side that they may not actually have the ability to do this. And it looks like their new daimyo is a new lad, as you can see. He looks cool, not going to lie. But unfortunately for him, he is going to have to lead and die a very honourable death. I always feel a bit sad about that. That's the only thing about... That's one of the few things about Japanese culture which I find to be a bit sad, is that despite people being genuinely nice, their code of conduct and law means that they have to, you know, commit suicide rather than taste the shame of defeat. Anyway, they're going to take their time getting there. So, but regardless of that, we must launch our attack, which will result in the enemy dying quite aggressively. Right, double time it. Get into their range, begin to unleash hell upon these guys, and then Yari retainers. Force them away from their walls. It's great. Move up these guys because they have no archer corps at all. All of their archers are up there, and that's fine. I'm not in range of their archers. Oh, they're already steady. It's like, guys. Right, fantastic. One bloke there. Okay, then, yeah, the Ari Ashigaru can begin marching up cautiously. Casually just march up the line and be like, yeah, you're not going to have your castle or your walls. It's going to be a bit of an issue assaulting from that point, but I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to sacrifice my men needlessly if we can just have one of these Yari Ashigaru burn the gatehouse down, and the rest of our guys can simply march up towards them. You know, it's like the Chosokabe range specialized from. Oh dear, oh, that's not a very intelligent move, Mr. General. You have cover, but not that much cover, especially not from all these archers. This is the very hard AI, I will remind you. That's not good. There's his general. Brave, but stupid. Maybe a good idea to run away. Yeah, you know what? A good idea. Alright guys, great job. Thanks for proving to me that you're stupid enough. Maybe he owed overtime. I don't know. Right. Shaboom! Fantastic. Right, now that we've grabbed the gate. No wall damage, good. Let's begin to march into the place and secure ourselves the initial foray into this castle. The issue will be that sector here. Like, this, I'm not going to lie, is going to cost me a lot of troops. And I have no real means to stop them. Unless I had artillery or some kind of weapon which would allow me to shoot upwards into that, which I don't. So unfortunately, we are literally just going to have to find units who are willing to commit Saboku and, yeah, just charge the gauntlet. But for the time being, let's just march our troops triumphantly through the burning wreck of a gatehouse. And move the archers around to provide more fire support on the right-hand side. Mainly the Chosokabe bow samurai. You guys basically move up to provide as much support as you can. Oh shit, it's the samurai retainers. Ah, that's going to be a problem. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Opposition. I would say hold. Good shout. Taking this castle is going to cost me a lot of troops, isn't it? Yeah, they're shaken and winded. Fuck, that's actually a problem. Not all of my guys are being able to pull through. Right. I'm afraid to say we're just going to have to wing it and throw more troops in it. Just more and more troops just flood through. It's a crappy tactic, and I'm not a big fan of it, but it works. Have this one for the that shit. These guys will remain on guard duty, so they don't have to go into combat anymore. They've done a pretty good job. Like, they did a good, again, great defense. Like, these kind of castles, you don't need crap loads of troops to be able. Ah, okay, that is clever. That is actually quite clever. You can force them to run multiple gauntlets up towards their keep. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. Those samurai are going to be taking a hell of a lot more title. Oh god, that's just going to be a fucking gauntlet, isn't it? My army's going to have to run up a fucking nightmare. Well played, sir. Very well played. To be honest with you, as much as the AI has been stupid, it has also done pretty damn well. Like sending the sending samurai retainers, however stupid it may be. He is going through a lot of my dudes. I honor your sacrifice, dear sir. Oh. Well played, that man. Right, now that that's sort of over... 108, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're effectively out of this battle, because I know exactly what's going to happen to the rest of those poor fucks. Right, you guys prepare to run a very horrible gauntlet, with you being out of the picture, because... fuck that. You guys regroup over to here. Right. Bow samurai need to set up over there. The Yumi Ashigaru need to set up over here. And it's going to take a while to get into. One of the generals needs to move up and actually do something a bit. So it looks like the enemy are going to try and gather their forces, or what's left of them, to defend the redoubt, which is fine. Yeah, that is the redoubt, yes. Oh look, there's a nice little village on the far side. With... oh, that's so cool. Nice little... that is seriously, though, Edoras. I like it. Whoever designed this, well, the person who made this mod, thank you very much for making this mod. It is fantastic. The map is huge, and I love it. Right. So, the only issue now, of course, is that we're just going to have to wait for my guys to slowly push in. But that's fine. With always with sieges, I have a policy, which is order always. Never run about, never let you guys run about, because it will just cost you in the end. You know, running... we are going to have to run the gauntlet up this hill, which will make problems. Will make it a pretty horrible thing, because these guys are going to get fucking free shots no matter what we do. Is it just one unit? It is just one unit. Good to know. Oh, does that mean that they've withdrawn their other unit? Kind of, yes. So we are going to have to do a bit of a gauntlet run. But the thing is, we wouldn't, if we're lucky, we should be able to use my Ashigaru archers to head up to the top here. I just realized how long this siege is going to take me, and I didn't realize it's... Yeah, it's already 1 hour 10 into it. Damn, that sucks. But, oh well. Yeah. Right. There we go. Right, Yumi is on board. Good, good. Alright, so whilst my guys are taking their time getting set up in the castle, preparing for the inevitable charge, I think we'll probably end the episode here, because it's going to take a while for this to render anyway. And I also think it's going to take a bit longer than we should initially think to take the rest of this castle. But there you go, guys. What a way to start our first episode in our 6th anniversary campaign. Or 6th year... the anniversary of the Chosokabe campaign. We've had 2 successful battles against our opponents. One of them was hilarious. But we've also discovered the new castle walls are absolutely terrifying to attack, but absolutely glorious to defend. All these multiple tiers of defenses. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And I will catch you next time. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.